Food processing plant fires. Major, huge processing food plants closing. They're killing millions and millions of our poultry that's feeding our country. Our cattle industry is losing thousands and thousands of cows overnight. Farmers are struggling. In fact, we lost 1.3 million acres of prime farmland in 2021. The stage is being set, and you're not going to like the sounds of what I have to tell you next. Welcome back, subs. Another video yet from your guys' comments down in the comments below. So keep leaving great informative comments down below because it's working. If you're brand new here and like the idea of weekly news updates that affect you and emergency preparedness, self-sufficient videos, how-tos, also weekly, be sure to hit the notification bell if you would like to stay up to date. Let's jump into this one. Man, these days we're just really getting hit by all sides, aren't we? With inflation, food shortages, supply chain issues, definitely a prepping era. Wait until you guys see this news that I just come up with. They are really setting the stage for their agenda, boy, let me tell you. And this is while we're being distracted by distractions after distractions, while the platform's all being set up. And this platform they're setting up is for the masses, and they will be forced to accept it. Sure, you guys can agree that we're all experiencing an SHTF moment, whether it has to do with one thing or the other. And daily, the S keeps getting thicker. And I'm sorry to inform you that there's no light at the end of the tunnel anytime soon. So prepping should be in the forefront of your minds. Before I get to the juicy part of this video, which will be at the end, let's do a recap that's leading up to this. The attack on American food supply is real. For example, look at everything that has happened over the last year. Seeing is believing. And this isn't everything, guys. The awareness needs to be spread. So share this if you want to do your part. People need to see the big picture. As many of you know, folks are blind to the reality, sleepwalking through all of the signs. And some of you don't know how to help the cause. There's 3 steps. Step 1 is preparing for the emergency, prepping for SHTF. Second is sharing information to the best of your ability. Spread the word. And the third is to support our leadership that are looking out for our freedoms. Freedoms as Americans, which our free country is slowly slipping away. Did you know in 2021, the USDA reported that we had lost 1.3 million acres of farmland? What do you think 2022 is going to look like, with economists saying it's going to be much worse? Another thing they reported is that we're down 14 million acres of prime farming land since 2014. American Farmland Trust states we are currently losing 2,000 acres of agricultural land every day, including our most productive, versatile, and resilient land. Like I said, 2022 is sadly going to be much worse than that. Leading up to what I really want to tell you guys, unheard reports. Bill Gates wants you to eat artificial meat. Unheard also reports the human population is predicted to peak somewhere between 9.7 billion and 11 billion, depending on who you ask. But how to feed them all? The answer, as economic leaders like to tell us at every opportunity, is more non-meat protein. Bugs, plants, or things grown in vats. That's right, they want us to eat bugs, not real meat. If you happen to go to the World Economic Forum website, they have a ton of information to look over if you want to see where we're headed very, very fast. But why the big push, you might ask? Well, in my opinion, there is so much money to be made making bugs, making bug protein. In fact, producing bug protein is by far cheaper than producing protein from beef or poultry. And we're talking an ocean-wide gap in cost. And the amount of money that can be made, well, let's just say this is a predicted cash cow that all of the elites want their hand involved in this so-called revolutionary change. That's going to happen. We're talking multi-trillion-dollar investment, some say. An industry that one might say that elites can't wait long enough to get involved in, because a lot of these elites are getting older by the day. So some people's theories are that these elites are pushing the envelope, trying to speed up the process. And it's getting obvious, right? It's all around us. We see what's happening. But here's the question. What do you guys think? Leave it down in the comments below. Let me know what you think about this. And here's the kicker. And I need to hurry up because it's getting windy out here and it's messing with my audio. Aspire Food Group completes production of manufacturing facility. Aspire's new monster plant will reportedly produce 9,000 metric tons of crickets every year for human and pet consumption. As some of you already know, it used to say for just pet consumption, but now it leads with human consumption. That is about 2 billion insects that will be distributed across Canada and the United States. Aspire has also reported that they already have orders for the next 2 years. And they just completed this manufacturing facility. They just got done with it and they're already booked for 2 years. Hope you guys like bugs, because like I said, all of our other food facilities are burning down. Beef, dying. All our poultry, chickens, ducks, turkeys, they're being killed. Major food plants shutting down. Well, I guess we're only left with one thing. We're gonna have to eat some bugs. Or you could have created cultured meat from a petri dish to your plate, because they're heavily working on that too.
Forget the turkey this year for Thanksgiving. How about insect protein? Jane Wells has that story. Hey, Jane.
Can I interest you in some mealyworms? Consider these gateway bugs. Barclays is estimating that insect protein will be an $8 billion market by 2030. Why? It takes so much less land and water to get the same amount of protein out of insects than it does from traditional animals. Plus, you get more fiber. You're eating a skeleton. Oh my God, nutty.
We've got dark chocolate crickets and what is that? Spicy bugitos. They look like
I guess it's a
mealyworms.
medley. It's mixed.
Hand me,
I'll try.
hand me one of the bugitos.
You want the bugito?
Let's do this. It's a good sustainability argument, right, Jane? We've had John Chambers on before to talk about
crunchy.
this.
I've never done this
crunchy.
before.
What does it actually take to prepare these different bugs for human consumption?
All right,
Ooh, that
so here's the
aftertaste.
deal. They put them to sleep with the cold, and then they freeze them, so they die painlessly if they're even sentient, and that there's a whole debate about that. The crickets are then washed and then roasted.
Again, just another way to do it to make billions of dollars. If you ask me, it has everything to do with the elites and money. But again, what do you guys think? Put it in the comments below so everyone can read it. Things are happening fast. Distractions everywhere. So like I've said in previous videos, start prepping. If you're not a prepper, you don't have to call it prepper, call it emergency preparedness. But you need to be doing something now. Go get that meat while you still can, preserve it for long term. It's time to prep now. Let me know if you guys like these updates down in the comments. I always have good links in the description. Check that out. Keep learning, keep doing. We'll see you guys on the next one.